Now then.
Hey up.
This is Tom.
And this is Rosie.
And we are
Into Wild. So we are a regular wildlife vlog that's going to be looking at places in northern England, primarily Yorkshire, but elsewhere as well. Looking at places that you can go to experience loads of wildlife and just get out and about and really take on board what's going on in the wildlife and nature.
Absolutely. So, like Tom said, we're a wildlife vlog. There's loads of travel vlogs out there, which is amazing. We're similar in that we're going out and exploring places, except we're going to be doing it on a wildlife basis.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm personally like an amateur wildlife photographer and filmmaker. So I like to go out and get some great pictures of wildlife and experience it and share that with people. So I'm going to be kind of sharing my journey with what I get and how you guys can kind of get similar shots or do your own thing if you go out as well.
Okay, and I am doing this from a amateur wildlife enthusiast perspective, but also from a family angle as well. So I'm a family man, got a wife and 2 kids. We like getting out and about a lot, and I just want to share some of those places that we go together, but also find new places as well. And that's what it's all about, is finding new places and new experiences.
Exactly. So in this episode, we're heading to Donna, Nook, which is on the Lincolnshire coast. And what's special about Donna, Nook?
So Donna Nook is essentially a seal pupping colony. Okay, so like Rosie says, it's on the Lincolnshire coast. I've never been, so I'm really excited to go. But the pupping season starts around early October and ends around the end of December. So we're heading out there in early December. So it's getting quite late in the season, but hopefully there's still going to be some stuff to see there, fingers crossed. The other really interesting thing about Donna Nook is that it is an RAF training base. So it's where they do a lot of their flight training. They go on sort of practice bombing missions and all that sort of thing. So there is an element of care needs to be taken when we go in there. Apparently there are red flag areas, so when you are visiting you need to look out for the red flags. If the red flags are in the area, don't visit. Fingers crossed that when we go the red flags will not be where we want to be. Maybe we will also experience some RAF training whilst we're there as well. Who knows?
You never know. Like Tom says, we are going during the pupping season, but this is wildlife and we might get there and there might be nothing. It's wildlife is so unpredictable, isn't it? But we're hoping we're going with the best attitude. Hopefully see some pups and some adults, maybe courtship and stuff like that would be amazing. So as we're there, we're going to be sharing his journey while we're there, kind of what we're seeing, what we're doing. I'll be hopefully sharing the best wildlife angles and stuff like that. And yeah, it's going to be really good.
I think it should be really good, yeah. So, this is our first vlog. We're pretty new to this. However, we want you to get involved and follow us on, like Rose says, on the journey that we're going to be going on. So, please give us some likes, send some comments, but most importantly, please subscribe down below and keep following us. Okay, guys. So, is that it? Shall we head to Donna Nook?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're off to Donna Nook. We'll see you there. All right.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye. We're here!
We're excited, we're raring to go.
Donna Nook.
Let's go see some seals, some big seals.
I know, guys, we're excited. We can't wait. We've got the bins. We've got our cameras. I'm going to be doing some filming with a GoPro.
We'll see how that goes.
Nice.
Okay. Let's do it!
Right, dudes. See you soon.
Guys, we've already said that we've arrived at Donna Nook, when you saw that in the car park. Me and Tom have just been up and down the little path here, and I cannot tell you how excited and amazed we were to see what we saw.
Seriously, there are seals as far as the eye can see. They're everywhere. The pups come right up to, there's a fence. Obviously the fence is stopping people getting on. There's pups, there's adults, there's juveniles, there's males, there's females. The males are huge animals, and they've got a much sort of longer muzzle than the females, much bigger heads. And there's just phenomenal stuff going on. We were speaking just earlier, weren't we, to one of the wardens here.
Yeah.
and he was telling some of the behaviours here are unique to this colony. So the males are sort of still vying for the females. There's still some females that are in season, and the males will bundle along, and they go at such a speed, especially when they get into these really sort of wet, muddy areas, and they'll almost hydroplane along, and then they'll get along the other males, and they'll open their mouths, and then they'll body slap the ground.
Right.
It's incredible.
It's mad. And the seals have such good hearing despite not having external ears, and you can see all the males quite far away lifting their heads up to see where the threat is. So even though there's lots of pups here, it's still actually breeding season, so there will be still some pregnant cows, but equally the males are still looking to mate with any females that are still in season. So it's been incredible to watch. So these are all grey seals, I have to say, but they are so different in colour, aren't they? Like, we've seen some black ones and they look like velvet.
They're gorgeous. There's like some sort of sandy coloured ones, the speckled ones. They're beautiful, beautiful animals. I just wanted to say a little bit about some of the other wildlife here as well, though, guys, because I'm a little bit of a geek when it comes to my birds, and there's just so many different varieties. We've seen redwing. Oh God, what we've seen? Redwing.
We've seen
skylark, lapwings going up, Brent geese.
So starling murmuration out.
Starling murmuration, out at sea. Amazing. Shell ducks. We've got meadow pipit. Oh, there's just an absolute phenomenal array of bird life here. Obviously, if you come in to see the seals and you just come in to see the seals and you don't have any optics with you, then it's a bit more difficult. But I brought my scope and binoculars with me today, so I could see what was going on out and about a bit further out as well. Mm-hmm. Lovely stuff.
So like Tom said, we were talking to a couple of, a warden earlier on, and what we found amazing is when Tom mentioned that slapping earlier, that kind of behaviour is so unique to this colony alone. So this colony and Donna Nook, they're the only males that will body slap. So other colonies will do different things, whether that's showing teeth, stuff like that. But this, I couldn't believe that was
when
just here. Yeah, so that's really cool.
I love that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's just nice, you know.
So as we said, Tom's been doing kind of he'll be telling you a little bit about in terms of family and what you can do and see here. From my point of view, so I've been doing the photography and filming today. I've had my wide angle and I've had my long lens. And you know what? Bring both, because I've got some really nice wide angle shots through the fence. Really respectful, be really respectful of wildlife, watching their behaviour. But I love wildlife, wide angle wildlife photography. But the long lens stuff is phenomenal. The close-ups you can get on some of these seals is amazing. I haven't been able to show you how to get quite the low shots and things because my GoPro died. How professional. But yeah, I'm hoping to get that in future films. But here is not one for laying down. Like I said, you've got the fence, but you've got the tufts of grass as well. So here is very much being using not my tripod as a stand, but the fence post as a stand, and just balancing it for stability, and just getting those shots. And it's been great. I've been trying to get as low as possible as I can, because shooting down a wildlife isn't always the best, but it depends on what you're going for in an image. This is just what I prefer. So that's what I've been doing today. And as I'm talking, you'll be able to see some of those shots that I've got as well, and we'll put some film in there as well. So yeah.
Lesson learned as well today. So we had now Rose has taken some phenomenal shots, and just watching her work is really, really interesting. But I guess you were saying you want to get a second camera so you can have a wide angle and the distance stuff on. And we were right at the end one way, and there were a pair of bulls went at each other, and they just fully went up fighting, and Rosie had literally just taken the long lens off for a wide angle. So unfortunately we missed the footage on that, didn't we?
We did.
It's all about remembering experiences though. Sometimes you can get so lost, can't you, in trying to get shots and trying to look through scopes and that sort of thing. Sometimes just stop, and that's the important thing. Stop and enjoy the wildlife. Stop and take a moment and think.
And talk to people. We've been talking to the warden today, you know, we've got time, we want to learn more about the species here. I mean, I photographed and filmed grey seals in Cornwall, but knowing that about the different colony thing, I'd never ever learned that or known that. So that was really, really interesting. So Tom, what have you picked up for in terms of a family visit here?
I mean, I think with here, for us, obviously people come from different places. For us, it's taken a couple of hours to get here. Yeah. So if I were bringing the family, obviously we've had a few stop-offs on the way. There are some nice little points on the way down to stop off. I think in terms of the site itself, it's just very giving. You don't need anything to bring. Your eyes, ears, sight, smells. Some good smells here. I quite like the smell of the seal. Rosie's not so sure.
No.
But I think, especially with younger children, just bringing them here, the wildlife experiences and the wildlife moments to be had, that's what's so important. You know, children spend so much time on screens and laptops, phones, everything, tablets these days. This is real experiences, and it's not like anything you're going to get at any other place really. It's real wildlife, and it's there. That's the beautiful thing. Yes, there's fences, but I think that's the really important thing there is that's keeping us out.
Yeah.
You know, that's not keeping them in. It's keeping us out. Hopefully in a bit we're going to get down and go onto the beach. We're not sure what sort of wildlife is going to be on there. If there's going to be some seals, let's see. But in terms of family, you can see for yourself what the children are going to get out of it. You know, the other nice thing about here is, yeah, there is a little shop. There's a little bit of they've got a couple of what they're called containers that have got information in there. So that's a bit of shelter. It's something to engage the kids in terms of a little bit of information. They've got these little flaps all as you go along with questions and little quizzes. But there's no massive visitor centre, there's no distraction of shops. So pester power is not going to work here. I think you're going to get experiences, and that's it, and that's what it's all about. So it's phenomenal.
This is it. You know, you're going to teach children respect because they're going to see wildlife so up close, and it's not in captivity like Tom said. The seals have come right up to the fence on their own accord. You know, it's us that are we're privileged to see them.
Yeah.
So we've been really, really fortunate with that. So yeah, we're really, really happy. So like Tom says, we're going to have a wander onto the beach now, and we're just going to basically film what we've got. And show you, you know, at the end of this, you're going to see lots of footage of seals and stuff. And I'll be archiving all this and using this for my own personal projects as well as for this vlog. So, yeah.
Great stuff.
Shall we carry on?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
See you soon.
See you later.
Bye. Are you watching University Challenge then?
I love University Challenge.
Text you, I get one right.
Mhm. I got 5 last time.
Whatever. I think I got 3. I know I'm mad at one of them. Was it the Stoke question?
Mhm.
Got it wrong.
Did you get the one about the whale? Was it a whale?
No.
What was it?
I'm trying to think, but I got it wrong.
Oh no! Dropped a bit of one, didn't
This is quite nice. I bet it doesn't taste as good as that though.
Mm-mm. You want a bite?
Can't that?
You can, but okay. Oh no!